So thank you for joining us again. If you missed the first part of this series where we showed a never before seen video of Diego meeting Tunisian referee Ali bin Nasser from the 1986 World Cup, a reunion after 30 years. Well, welcome back. You can watch that video here. We'll share a link. But we have a second edit of that video, which again the guys have not seen.
Cannot wait to see this one.
Told from the perspective of Diego. So that's as much information as I'm going to give you. Again, emotional, beautiful. I'm going to let the video speak for itself.
Amazing.
Without further ado, guys.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
La pelota va para Maradona, Maradona puede tocar para Enrique, siempre Maradona es un drible, se va entre tres, siempre Diego, genial, 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 tocó para Valdano, entró Maradona, falta el gol, importancia, gol, de la main, ce but, oh, il n'a pas vu Monsieur Benasser, on va le revoir, mais c'est évident, de la main,
and it was a handball, no question about that.
Válido el gol de Maradona, aunque el árbitro lo vio, il n'y a que Monsieur Benasser pour ne pas l'avoir vu. Le but c'est pas valable, c'est tout. Hein. Quelle erreur d'arbitrage à ce niveau. Et il y a 100 000 spectateurs dans le stade qui voient que c'est une main. Sauf l'arbitre.
Yo quedé en la historia como el gol hecho con la mano y él cobrando el gol hecho con la mano. Ojalá que esté bien, que sea un encuentro amigable. A pesar de que bueno, no lo dejaron arbitrar más.
Je suis Ali Ben Nasser, tunisien. Pour moi, un rêve, c'est d'arriver un jour à arbitrer la Coupe du Monde. Pour arriver, il faut vraiment bosser et travailler. Ça a fait beaucoup de sacrifices. Un jour, je reçois un courrier. Monsieur Ben Nasser, vous êtes désigné pour faire partie des arbitres qui vont arbitrer à la Coupe du Monde 86. Alors, je ne peux pas vous... J'ai de l'émotion lorsque je parlais de ça, parce que je suis arrivé à mon but, à mon rêve, qui a été réalisé, s'imposer, surtout, vous voyez mon émotion, parce que c'était...
Todos sabíamos de que ganarle a Inglaterra significaba mucho.
J'ai vu que le match se déroulait normalement jusqu'à cette fameuse action du premier but.
Lamentablemente le tocó a él el gol con la mano mía a Ali Ben Nasser.
Oui, ça c'est le deuxième.
Regardez derrière vous, derrière la télévision.
Oui.
Vous pouvez vous lever.
Oui.
Savez-vous, regardez.
Regardez la caméra.
Hey
Mon ami.
Mamma mia.
My friend. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. Oh.
Yeah. So I love the reveal there. I think the first clip that we saw previously, he was just seeing him and getting up.
Yeah.
But the guys in this one were like, "Hey, stand up,
Yeah.
stand up, look over there,"
Yeah.
you know, and then he walks in. That was really powerful. For me.
Yeah.
It was powerful, but this one is more powerful because like now it has more of Maradona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone now, but the first I go for the first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, the first was the emotional one.
Yes.
You know, you get the story,
Yes.
the real story behind the
Yeah.
guy that the kind of forgotten man.
Yeah. Correct. It was Ali's story, not necessarily Maradona. Maradona was there to kind of reconcile and to kind of close, to give him closure.
And everyone knows Maradona's story,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
I mean, he's in biographies, autobiographies, films, you know, the interviews. Referee, you know, nobody knows about him, and you know, for him again, such a big moment to get to the World Cup, to referee these games, such high-profile games. You know, it's these stories. It's why I love football. You know, it's why it's yes, there are games and there are results and there are score lines, but what it takes for you to get there, what it takes for you to have worked so hard and to get to that position, that's the story in itself. And it's often these heralded heroes at World Cups or tournaments that have these great stories. So it's just fascinating to hear it from his point of view. And it's, you know, you've got like, I think the referee of the '98 World Cup final was also from North Africa, if I'm not mistaken. And he might equally, I mean, I know I think he's passed on since then, but he refereed that France-Brazil World Cup final. And again, kind of an unheralded guy. We don't know much about his story. I'd love to know more about that, but you've got these kind of people whose life goal is to referee big games and or to be part of them. And wow, it's just incredible.
I'm going to sound naive here, but wasn't it Collina, the Italian referee, or was that the following World Cup, 2002?
He did the 2002 one, I think. I think in '98 it was a guy. He was definitely North African. He might be Moroccan or Algerian, if I'm not mistaken, but he definitely refereed the final of the '98 World Cup. And he passed away a few years ago, I think, from what I heard. But again, you know, similar kind of background, big story. And I wonder if they've ever biographied him. But you know. I echo.
It's a big idea for saying like another global brand to do.
It's around that guy. But no, I echo Mo's feedback. I think episode 1 for me really hit home. I like it from Maradona's perspective, but having it around the referee and then having Maradona just jump in at the end, really does something.
Well, you know, like I said in the earlier episode of this, is that this was one of the first cuts, and then it was in the editing suite for months, maybe 6 months. Until we got to the second video, which actually I showed first. Just for me, that it was just a lot more emotional, it was a lot more complete. And you can tell, you can see why, you know, why it kind of never went with this one. And then we got to the second edit after a lot of kind of coaxing and then, you know, talking to the clients and working with them, you know, to make it happen. Unfortunately, it just never went live. And, you know, it would have been great if it did. There was like I said, there was an amazing campaign planned around it. Limited edition posters and just kind of beautiful touches that were, you know, would have kind of made a real impact.
So once again, thanks very much for watching this special tribute episode to Diego Maradona. We hope you've liked our insights into meeting him, some of the memorabilia around Diego, as well as that never seen before commercial. Big thanks again, Mo, for coming on the show. It's been really, really great having you here. We'd love to have you back as well in happier times. But, you know, we've really loved your insight into meeting Diego. Really, really cool stories. And if you guys have got any stories about Diego, let us know. But we'll be going back to sort of regular programming fairly soon, but we thought this would be a nice touch. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll catch up with you guys soon.